I have a OneNote that I use for staff meetings to introduce OneNote and do professional learning for staff around how to use OneNote. And I have a slide in there, or a couple of slides around the different versions and all the different features that are available in the different versions. So you're welcome to have a look at that in my OneNote channel that I'll share with you after this in the OneNote team, and you might choose to share that as well. So in this video, though, I'm just going to talk about the way that we use OneNote and why we chose to use OneNote for Windows 10 rather than OneNote desktop version for most of our work that we do at Thurgoona Public School. We're finding in rooms like our kindergarten classroom, the teachers are using their rural access gap laptop that was provided to them. They're mirroring it straight onto their screens. They might have their PowerPoints for the new units of work in there and they're annotating straight onto them. They're using the digital pens that came with it to click through the slides. The new laptops integrating with the new mobile learning devices or the mini PCs that have been provided through RAG have definitely changed the way our Stage 1 teachers are teaching and programming and recording their assessment. As the digital classroom officer, I build and manage all the programs that we use, so it's all consistent, and I do this in the desktop version. So the Windows 10 version, I begin by starting them and editing, changing, then I can choose the pages that I want to move into their individual. So I'm in a master template firstly to build and create, and in the desktop version in Windows 10, you have that option then to move copy. So you can't do this in the browser version. And then I'm just going to choose the program for this term that I want to move it to. I'm going to put it in class administration and I just choose copy. So that's an option that's only available in the desktop versions. As an RFF teacher, I use the browser version of OneNote to make it really quick in any room I came into, depending on how they've got their computer set up and what defaults they've got set up and everything. Just want it consistent every time. So straight into the online browser version. So from the staff links, click on OneNote. It takes us to the Office 365 online version. I had it pinned, but it's also coming up in recent. Don't click on the second link. It takes you to your SharePoint, but the top link will take you to the browser version of your digital program. So I would just choose my daybook where I have my daybook for this week. So week 8, and then I would see my lesson. I have all my resources hyperlinked there. So here's the actual lesson from Inquisitive that I'd be teaching. That would take me to the Inquisitive site. Here's a PowerPoint that I would show that would open in browser that I could edit and change and refer to with other links in it. And I've even got the copy of the worksheet there ready to go. So my whole lesson ready to go. If I had YouTube videos or links to interactive quizzes and things like that, I'd also have that there. I'd annotate before I leave the room, ready for the next lesson. There are many times throughout the day when teachers may want to access their program remotely, so out in the playground or from a jelly bean table or a different classroom. So we've downloaded the OneNote app onto our phones. So firstly we choose the OneNote app and then we select our program from any programs that we have open, and I'm going to insert something into my daybook for today, and this is just a mock-up, but I'm going to go into program term 4 and let's say we'll do it into week 10. And then I can choose, I've already had a practice, but I could choose the session where I want to do it. So I'm going to click in the cell. And now I'm going to choose the camera icon. I could also use the microphone and just record sound if I was recording a student reading and so on. So I'm going to click on the camera icon. I'm going to take a picture and line up my image that I want. Now I'm choosing to take mine this way and then rotate it later so I don't have all the dead space if I was to take a portrait. So I'm going to take it. Now it's going to give me the option to rotate it, so I'll switch it around. And now I only have that little bit of brown at the side, but if I had have taken a portrait, I'd have extra. And I'm going to click done, and then it's going to insert it straight into my program, ready for me to annotate. I could draw straight onto it. If it was something that I was going to give them a mark and so on, ready to go directly into my program.